Good evening, YouTube, and welcome back to JoJo Speaks. Thank you guys so much for joining us this evening for a night of hot topics and social commentary. A couple things I need you guys to do before we get started. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Press that big red button. It is free to do, so if you could do that for me, it would be greatly appreciated. Be sure to give us some thumbs up on this video. We want to see a couple this time around. Leave us a comment. Let us know your thoughts on the topics that we're covering this evening. Also, you can let us know what you'd like to hear us discuss in the future. Make sure you press the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video, and share JoJo Speaks all around the world. I want to give a special shout out to my brother-in-law, Tyrone, who made this beautiful background for me. Thank you so much, Tyrone. Jennifer, Tyrone, and Mike are back here. What's going on, y'all?
Hello.
We are here.
We made
We
it.
are sisters.
Yes, we stand
We came
together. Yes, we make a perfect family, but we don't look the same. Our spots are different colors.
That's what they are. Praise God.
I've been gone 1 week because I was sick, and no, y'all got new furniture. I see.
Regina says hello.
Right.
No, it's okay.
What? No, we'll talk later.
Okay.
I feel like I'm like on a late night show.
Right. Doesn't it look like that? That's an amazing
Like
background.
Jay Leno.
And
Yes.
I've never seen someone on YouTube with a background like that. So that's awesome. We want to give a special happy birthday shout out to RuPaul. RuPaul's birthday is today. The
How you
icon, the
doing?
legend. Yes, RuPaul. And also, it has been Los Angeles has a new mayor, the first woman mayor in history. Her name is Karen Bass. So congratulations to Karen Bass being the first woman to win the mayoral race in Los Angeles. There's some other news that came out. Nancy Pelosi has stepped down from Democratic leadership after 29 years. She said it's time for the new wave of Democrats to come in and take over. What do you guys think of her decision? Do you think the attack on her husband had anything to do with her decision, or
Well,
do you think she's just ready to?
well, I think
sit
she
down?
said that because her family was threatened, her husband's wife was
Yes.
threatened. That's one reason why she definitely stepped down, which is rightfully so. I mean, this is your family. I think your family comes before anything. So, if a job that I'm doing is putting my family in danger, then yes, I probably will sit down also.
Absolutely.
Right.
So people
Absolutely.
crazy.
And that's exactly what they are. Crazy. And I'm not sure. Okay, so I've been watching a lot of the news lately, especially after this most recent
Election.
watching a lot of it. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, after this recent election, I've been watching a lot, and the man that assaulted Nancy Pelosi's husband, he basically was going to take care of Nancy Pelosi.
Mm,
That's pretty much, but it's like he wasn't planning to go all the way. He wanted to do harm to her legs so that she would show up to the Capitol in a wheelchair, saying
wow.
he said that everybody would see this is what would happen. So yeah. She's doing the right thing in my opinion. And then her husband is 80 years old.
Right.
It's time to live the rest of our lives out. And I agree with her. It's not like nobody crazy is going to get come in behind her. It's going to be another Democrat, another leader. And I do agree, it is time to move forward. And I hope and pray that she does just take life by the balls and just live.
Well, yeah, I think that's what she gonna do. Tyrone, you have any thoughts on Miss Nancy Pelosi making
You're
her
over here
exit
looking at
as?
you're over here looking at Rihanna.
Uh-oh. So, in other news, Donald Trump has announced that he will be running for president again in 2024, a full 2 years before the race even begins. Now, there are some who are saying he was weak for announcing his presidential run this early. I don't know what that has to do with politics at all. I don't get that whatsoever. I'm thinking, if you're going to run, then go ahead and tell people you're going to run. I'm not surprised by this news whatsoever. It seems like the rally was a bit demure as opposed to his other rallies where everything is so loud and people are jumping and all that good stuff. But he didn't even sound excited about running for president again. Were we excited by this by this announcement? Were we surprised by this announcement? What are your thoughts?
Excited, no. Surprised, no. I mean, I knew it was coming. It was actually predicted that he was going to make this announcement that day. He did it.
Right.
And it's word on the street. I'm Joyce now. Word on the street is that he announced it because of these federal indictments he has going on. Alleged federal indictments. Let's go ahead and scroll that line, hit the bottom of the screen,
right.
please.
Allegedly, yes. We ain't trying to get sued in here. We ain't got that money, honey.
Right. So I'm not too. I actually, I know it's 2 years before he can run again, but I'm a little nervous that still. Thank you. At the bottom of the screen, you guys. This video and on this show do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the host on this show, but the viewpoints. Okay. So do not hold us accountable because we don't got nothing for you. Okay.
Okay. Nothing.
Okay. But I'm a little nervous that. I would say that he's running, he's not gonna win, but people are even sadly so, African American people are wanting him, some of them wanting him back in office as if they're gonna get another check.
Right.
It's not gonna happen. And I wish that people were so much smarter than what they portray themselves to be. Like, I'm not the person who will always look at the TV and understand what's going on in the when it comes to like the elections and Democrats and Republican stuff. But I do know that Joe Biden is cleaning up what Trump has did. Sometimes you cannot blame every president for every mistake that's going on in the House. Right. Gas prices does not have anything to do with Joe Biden being in office. Okay?
Right.
Him not giving us a check does not have any. Trump gave us checks, you guys, but do you remember the taxes we had to pay back?
Come on.
Right.
People, let's be smarter than, let's be smarter than a fifth grader here, okay? But I'm not excited about it because, he has a chance that he may also get in the office. So I hope this is not the case, but.
Right. I feel like the fact that he lost in 2020 will just rile up his supporters even more and make them even more excited to vote and try to get him into office.
They're definitely gonna be ready to line up at their polls. They definitely are going to line up, and it's gonna be ugly. I can say it because there's so much negative behind how he lost. We all know it was the truth how he lost. He didn't get enough votes, but of course. I'm pretty sure when he goes into the points of running, he's going to bring all this hateful and judgment, these false narratives with fake news up.
Right,
he's the one putting out there.
Exactly.
Joseph Jarrell says, "I know JoJo is live because I got the notification on my phone."
Yes.
Let the people know, JoJo.
Have you subscribed yet?
Okay.
Yes.
All right, I love that.
Regina says, yes, I have subscribed with a heart. Joseph says, yay!
Yay!
And
what's up, Joseph?
That's what Regina says.
That's what she said.
What else? And Regina, she also said, what? I think this is what we're talking about with the Nancy Pelosi thing. And she said,
Trump talk, but no, we'll make it quick. I'm sure we don't want to talk about him for a long time. Okay.
Okay, we won't stay too much longer on here. And she said, please put a ram in the bush for this new presidency.
Yes, George W. Bush.
What? Anyway, please excuse my husband.
These are just jokes.
But one thing that we are seeing that I don't know if you guys have noticed, but people are really kind of pushing up DeSantis from Florida,
right,
to be someone to run for Republican for president.
Mhm.
And Donald Trump, he's already started to defame that man's name.
Right.
So I'm really kind of I'm just wondering how it's going to turn out. I'm getting my popcorn out because I know the shade will fly across
Oh,
both sides
yes,
of the room.
Lord.
Right.
It will be entertaining. Okay,
Oh,
so I'm ready for that. And also, just like Jonathan was talking about with the announcement where it was announced at his Mar-a-Lago estate or whatever, people were literally barricaded in that location. They were not allowed to
Right.
leave as Donald Trump was just going on and on to the break of dawn about nothing.
Right.
People were trying to leave and they could not leave. They weren't letting them leave because you have to have a look of a full room.
Right.
Yeah, I felt sorry for them. People looked like they were like, okay, you said what you said. Can I go home now?
Okay.
But yes, I'm not surprised. He did announce that he was going to have an announcement on yesterday, the 16th. He announced that he was going to have an announcement, and everybody said he's going to run for president. And I do believe he thinks that he will not be able to answer for anything in court while running for president. That's what.
I hope they
Okay.
speed the process up, and so he won't even have to worry about running.
And that's another thing
Right.
too. But we shall see, because I don't think they can really push anything any further, any quicker. But I don't believe that him having to be in court will stop him from running or vice versa.
No.
So yeah. And the last thing Regina says, Tyrone, ha ha ha, George Bush. All right.
I'll say it like this. In my opinion, it was too soon. He showed his hand way too soon, and it could hurt him in the long run.
And people are also seeing that the supporters of Trump that were running in these most recent elections, every Trump supporter and election apologists or whatever, or January apologists, they have all lost.
Yeah.
So we're looking at him like kryptonite. And for him to announce that he was running for president right before we have this runoff here in Georgia, and we've already made our plans to vote as soon as we get back from Thanksgiving.
Right.
Yeah, they think that it won't be a good thing for Herschel Walker, but we shall see.
Yikes! Yes, we shall see. It's going to be interesting. I'm ready to see how DeSantis is going to come back at Trump. I don't know if he's going to take the Jeb Bush route and just be kind of melancholy with it and a little coy and not really come back or strike back from him. But I'm thinking DeSantis is going to have a little bit of a comeback. What are your thoughts, Emerald?
You mean DeSantis?
DeSantis. DeSantis. So we'll see how DeSantis responds to the many, many things that Trump will have to say about him and or his family. So in other news, the man who drove through a Christmas parade a year ago, Darrell Brooks, he was officially sentenced to 6 consecutive life sentences plus an additional 700 years in prison. He was sentenced yesterday. He spent about 30 to 40 minutes concerning allocution as to what the sentencing should be. Each defendant is given that time to tell the judge what they think about the sentencing and things of that nature. I didn't hear any of the victim impact statements. I'm sure that's in another video on YouTube, but he was sentenced to 6 consecutive life terms. What are your thoughts on the on this sentencing? Were you expecting this? I know that I was, and the continuance of Mr. Darrell Brooks's behavior in court. I don't believe he was kicked out this time, but he did still have some words with the judge. So, what are your thoughts on this conclusion?
I would have given him the sentences just based off to how he acted in court. I mean, he was this has probably been. I know that judge is probably just praising God that this is over now.
Right.
In this is probably one time where I think everybody kind of had the same opinion about what somebody should be sentenced as. Like black or white, Mexican, Hispanic, it doesn't matter. Everybody had the same mindset. And the thing that made me laugh was because he has all these life sentences. He's never going to get out of jail.
Right.
And he had the nerve to postpone court and ask the judge can his year that he already served be counted towards his sentences. Like as if it matters. Okay? You could have served 80 years already, sir, and it wouldn't have mattered, okay?
Right.
But, you know, I know that this does not bring the family closure, but I know it brings some peace for sure. And rest in peace to those babies and people that lost their lives just going to a parade. I cannot imagine, you know, going through that situation. So hope this bring the family some peace and hopefully some closure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I believe even if he did get a lawyer, there wouldn't be as much of a difference in the sentencing as well as his guilty verdict.
Right.
But let me just go ahead and put up these comments. Regina says, Annie should run for president basically I guess she's saying anybody should run for president except Trump. My dog Scooter should run.
And I don't even have a dog.
I don't even have dog names.
Right.
She also says, I am praying for that ram in the bush. God bless. Yes, amen. And she also says, he sure got himself a life sentence being his own lawyer. Yes.
Absolutely.
And sometimes there's too much justice in America.
Wow. I'd like her to elaborate on that. Too much justice in America.
All right. I'm done. But, you know, God bless that man and, you know, his life sentence. I don't know what he was trying to accomplish, trying to defend himself. That's weird. But
I feel like
even if he...
Oh, go ahead, Mike.
I was like, even if he had a lawyer, I would quit if I was a lawyer. Yeah, I was representing him. God, can you shut the hell up?
Right. I think it was I think it was all about control for him. I think he wanted to control his fate. And if he was going to lose this case, then he was going to lose it by his own hands. And you know, no one would be able to blame anyone. We wouldn't be able to blame a lawyer if he had a lawyer. I think he just wanted it all eyes on him, and he wanted to have control of his fate. But you know, it is what it is.
It worked out for the people's favor.
Right. And the funny thing is, like, watching his sentencing, like, he gets emotional like really quickly. And I started to slightly sympathize with him just a little bit. But then when you remember what he did, it takes you totally out of that. It's like, you know, I see this sympathetic man standing in front of me trying to plead his case. And he did. And the thing is, like, he didn't even defend himself in a way. Like, he actually understands that he was the one behind the wheel, that he did what he did. So he really didn't even have much of a defense. So there's that. And anyway,
he lied the entire time he was there. He actually tried to portray it as if it was not him behind that wheel.
True.
So he's full of shit, and I do not feel bad for him and his Susan Smith's tears.
Exactly. So in other news, there was a
wait. Did you just say Susan Smith tears?
Yes, that's a saying, right?
Oh my gosh, yes. Oh gosh.
That took me back. I was like,
my dad used to say that, so I think I got it.
That was good. And let me tell you something. I remember that Susan Smith story. I just couldn't believe that somebody in South Carolina did something like that. And that news was all over the place. But while I'm talking, Regina says, too much justice. We in America know they are criminals, but we still allow them to waste court time.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
Okay.
I get that. Okay. All right. So there is a video that is swirling around of this Caucasian teacher in a classroom full of it seems like African American students. I don't remember seeing students of any other race in the classroom, but you know, I watched it a while ago, so don't give me that look, Jennifer. But anyway, so he actually admits to being racist, and he was later fired by the school for this video coming out. What did you guys think of the discussion that they were having? Because it seemed like it was kind of going somewhere. But what do you think of his admission to being a racist to these kids?
Yeah, I feel like in the beginning of the video, I feel like he was trying to make a point, but it didn't come out right. To me, it didn't come out right at all. Because I guess they were talking about race, or at least something about black people. I don't know, something about race. I know that for sure. But when he said, "I feel like it's my race is more," what's the word he said? Is more. I feel like I am. He didn't say I'm a racist. He just said, "I feel like my race is it is more important basically than everybody else's." Superior. That's what he said. It's superior to chicken salad. I'm sorry, I had to say it. I'm sorry. TikTok has my life. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But when he said my race is more superior than anybody else's, I was like,
right.
I don't think you want to say that. Do you mean that back then that race were maybe treated more superior, or did you really mean that you feel like white people are just more important than anybody else? But regardless of the case, when you're a teacher, you have to make sure you say things correctly. I mean, you are the adult in the classroom, and of course, they cannot have a known racist teaching a class full of African Americans. That's not going to work, because they're going to be causing other issues. If somebody fails, they can sue that whole entire school because you're a racist teacher and you did that only because that person was black. So I'm just happy that this teacher is actually fired immediately. Finally, things are getting done. Hopefully, things like this will be getting done quicker everywhere else, because I'm sure he's not the only one who feels that his race is superior.
Right.
He took the words out of our mouth, May he continue. I really don't understand how or why the conversation was.
Yes.
I don't understand why would your personal views, not saying that it's okay to be a white supremacist and a teacher. I'm just saying, like, if you're able to keep those things at home and still eventually try to keep things as fair as possible, then cool. But you can keep those thoughts to yourself. But maybe it needed to be put out there. Maybe.
And for it to be recorded, it had to be a conversation that happened prior to his start to hit record.
Right.
So he had to be saying something probably even more worse than what we even heard.
Exactly.
He got baited.
I bet you.
He got
I agree with that.
It wasn't the first time he said things.
Oh, no, it's not the first time he said it. And he felt emboldened to say these things. That's why they got him.
They definitely got him.
And I have a question concerning this type of topic. So when you have those who are racist or have homophobic things to say, would you rather them say their feelings out loud, or would you rather them just keep it to themselves? Because people are going to feel the way they're going to feel regardless. So do you want them to actually say how they feel, or do you want them to keep it in and smile in your face?
In a public setting, not in a public school, I want you to keep it to yourself, because I might have opinions also. That doesn't mean that I'm going to act on them. When I'm at my job, I should diminish everything how I feel about people or in general, because I'm there to teach people. If you people in all races, all next word I can't.
All ethnicities,
word.
That word.
Yeah, that word. Okay, so I don't want to hear about your personal stance. Now, if we are at maybe a restaurant and I just overhear you talking about your racist, then that's fine. At least I know who I'm dealing with. But I don't want to hear that in school or at church, or I don't want to hear that other stuff.
Agreed.
Yeah, I agree. In some spaces, yes, it is valuable to have that information so you can know how to operate. So you know not to, hey, if this is how you feel, I'm not going to, let you too much further than this right here.
Correct.
Right.
And I'm not going to give you too much leeway with much of anything. But just like Mike said, we have to deal with people all day long. And if I know that you're a racist, like it's going to change things. It's going to change the interactions. But especially with that homophobia, I don't know. Maybe it might be better if I know, because when it comes to that homophobic stuff, and then we have a conversation about somebody that may be gay, and
Right.
out of nowhere, and then of course I'll be like,
Well, you
Right.
know what?
I
My
hear
mom
that
always said, "What's done in the dark will come to light." So you
every
always
single
gonna.
time.
They don't even have to say that. You always gonna know. They're gonna make a look, or they're gonna make an expression, or they're gonna say something that's gonna be like, you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
see you are.
We see
Right.
each
I see
other.
you. We see
We
each
good.
other.
Right.
Right.
I don't. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't know what it is about that. I guess we've gotten so used to the racism, but when it comes to the homophobia, I think it's because it hits so close to home. I don't know, whatever. But
Probably.
Regina says, Mike, TikTok has my life.
It
And
does. Okay. 87 Deli.
oh,
I can get you one of these.
I better get you one of these.
What is that? A chick trap. Okay.
All right. And so our next story has to do with a 90s R&B group by the name of Xscape. So the picture, there was a picture that came up of them at the Soul Train Music Awards. They were receiving the Lady of Soul Award. That's the legend award that they give at the Soul Train Music Awards.
Legend award.
An award?
Yeah, like the Lady of Soul
a big
award.
one.
Yeah, it's like the big award, kind of like the award that BET gives out every year to that one main artist.
Yeah.
So Xscape is going to receive the Lady of Soul Award this year at the Soul Train Music Awards.
Oh no.
Oh, you don't agree with that?
Oh, I'm not saying this. No, I'm saying oh no, simply because I don't like what's going on in the midst of them getting awarded.
Gotcha. Okay, all right. So yes, there's a lot going on with them at this moment. The most glaring issue was the fact that they showed up to the red carpet, and one of these things is not like the other. Miss Latasha was dressed in a beautiful green gown, while the other three ladies were embellished in silver and whatnot. So it was two different things going on. But Mike, do you have any more information as far as what's going on with them internally?
Well, I always have one ear in the streets and one ear at home. So yes, no. So what happened? No, she hasn't been performing. Latasha has not been performing with Xscape the last couple of shows. Now, Candy came out maybe last month and said that Latasha is Xscape came out with a statement saying Latasha's working on her solo album, but she won't be performing with the group as of right now because she's working on her solo album. That was the word on the street a month ago. Word on the street today is from Latasha and her camp that she wasn't told about the promoter of the shows. Her husband brought to the group. But I guess whatever happened, they had a disagreement where the promoter said he was going to punch her husband or whatever. Ooh. So that's why she stopped performing at different shows. She said whenever the promoter is doing shows or bringing the shows to the group, if it's him, that she's not going to perform because she disrespected my husband.
Gotcha. Okay.
But that's the real story, though. She's not performing at the shows there.
Right.
And this is from her words. This is not mine, okay? And then also the outfit debacle. She said that when they chose to do different management, whatever, they kept the same. The three girls kept the same dress person, and she went to somebody else totally different. And she said she wasn't told about the dress code.
Oh,
wow! So that's the second thing. And then she's not talking to her sister right now because her sister disrespected their mother on live TV or national TV or live somewhere. I didn't hear about it, but she said her sister and her not speaking either.
Wow.
So, yeah, the group and Latasha's at odds. But you know what? I feel like this is all Latasha doing to me. This is not the first time she has made it an issue where she's broke up a group. The first time, where they broke up for years was because it was her and Ken not getting along. And so I just feel like it's her. Now, I will say, everybody looks beautiful here, but as a group, you either have to wear the same thing or wear something that's complimenting each other. To me, she's like Diana and they're the Pips. They look like background singers to her.
Yeah. Yeah, I would
And
agree with
everybody
that.
looks beautiful, and I wish they was getting along, but everybody looks so beautiful in this picture. But she does look like she's the lead singer, and everybody else is the backup dancer, so our backup group.
Right, like those are her backup singers. Yeah, and
Yes,
she was part of the reason why they broke up initially. Apparently, well, I watched their Unsung. So the record company was getting her ready for her solo album around the time of their last
album coming
album,
out.
Traces of My Lipstick. And they were saying that things were contentious between them during the recording of that album. And so this doesn't surprise me, to be honest, because there are a lot of chefs in the kitchen, and when there are too many chefs in the kitchen, then things ain't gonna get done.
At
You
all.
have Candy, who's very, 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 very strong-minded. Latasha, who is extremely strong-minded as well, and her sister got a mouth on her as well. Tiny is probably the least of the four that will really probably get into it, as far as from my point of view. But this is not looking good. But I mean, I enjoy Escape, so it's not like I care that much, but I do still care, a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. They have a show coming out on Bravo later on this next year, I believe.
Right.
Xscape and also SWV working together on the show. So hopefully we get to see some of that drama play out on TV. But overall, I really wish Xscape, I feel like even when they came back, they wasn't really fully here for each other. So, them if they stay together, them if they don't. At this point, I don't care.
Right, because it's like I am interested in knowing why they decided to actually come back together, and I'm thinking they did it more for the fans, or more for the opportunity to make money. And so, of course, when they come back together, then they're able to do that. So. Yeah. Anyways, so in other news, Blueface, he was actually arrested for attempted murder. There was a video that came out of him leaving an establishment, and there was a white truck that pulled up, and apparently Blueface approached the truck and shot into the truck.
I'm sorry, Natasha, are you not part of the group anymore?
Right. What was that little exit to the left? That swift exit. Okay.
Are we Latavia and Fair?
And Latoya?
Latoya? Okay. Are we getting kicked out and being solo members? Okay.
Well, I just want to make sure you guys know that we can send you your bags.
Well, you can get your bags.
Ain't nothing for you to come get your bags now. Like, you can get your bags.
Your bags. We just had a little, technical difficulty, and I want to, get up and walk around and do all this extra stuff. So, fix your face, Mike. So whatever. The Juice Radio and talk show says she said they did not tell her about the wardrobe, but her sister knew. So why didn't she hear from her sister?
They're not talking right now.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. George W. Bush, as prophesied by wayward apostle Tyrone McCullum, LOL.
Wayward apostle.
Regina says, Jennifer, don't send them their bags.
Oh my God, yeah, my phone about to die.
Oh no.
I have a new phone. My phone's not keeping a charge, but I'm at 6%. If it goes dead, then you know what happens.
Yeah, so be it. So what are y'all's thoughts on Blueface? What? Was it my segue? Like, is my segue too severe?
Yes, Lord.
Move on. Okay. Oh well. Anyway,
I mean, like, yo, I'm like, I don't feel good about Mike's battery being low, but we have to. And it's no shade. It's really no shade, and y'all know this. Y'all can't be.
Next time it may be best if you say, "Hey, that sucks. What's going on?"
Okay.
Blueface.
A moment of silence there.
Right.
Yes, let's take a moment of silence for Michael's battery.
Blueface. I'm like, okay, well.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I will try to do better. I really will.
It was just funny.
Who's so fast?
Moving on.
But yes, Blueface has been arrested for attempted murder. He shot into these people's vehicles, y'all. Like, what is going on?
Murder.
You know, I don't really know about what is Blueface music at all.
Me either.
Yeah.
All I know is that he has a song with Cardi B that came out like 2 or 3 years ago, but that's all I know, child.
Yeah, hardcore.
All his bad life. See, I haven't even watched TikTok today yet, Regina. I just got off work and I was on my phone while I was at work. That's the issue. But I put it on the charger for like 10 minutes. I hopefully it was doing something, but guess it did nothing at all. But Blueface.
Are you able to connect it while we're live?
I have a compute, but then I won't be able to hear my headphones.
Oh yeah, that is an issue with iPhones.
Yeah, we're just gonna continue going. Maybe it will just keep. I'm at 5% now, so maybe we'll just keep it going till.
Yeah, let's just keep it going.
Your phone will survive.
Yes, it will. But anyway, Blueface, and God bless him. He's the one that's with that young lady, Krishan.
Was a bit tooth, right?
Yeah, man. I feel like all of this is par for the course. I'm not surprised. And we shall see. And she was like, Krishan was saying that people were saying that she'd leave him now that he's being arrested for that such a heinous charge. And she's like, no, I would never. When I was in, he would still stay with me, so I'm gonna be there for him. And like,
well, make those two jailbirds work it out together.
God bless.
Right.
Okay.
Next.
No, I give it that.
Sorry to this man, but I don't know who this man is.
Sorry to this man.
Right. So there's another story about a young lady. But y'all correct me on her name. Is her name Shanquilla Robinson?
Close enough. The word girl who passed away.
Shanquilla Robinson.
Shanquilla.
So Shanquilla Robinson, she went on a trip with some friends to Mexico. I think it was Cabo, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And minutes into their arrival, I guess at their resort or hotel, Shanquilla was attacked by one of the friends, so-called friends. She was attacked while she was booty ball naked. She was fiercely attacked. She actually died from her injuries. Apparently, the girls told her mother that she died from food poisoning or some other source. So the video came out of her being attacked. And so hopefully charges will go forth for these women to get their justice. But what were your thoughts concerning this particular issue? I haven't seen the video. I don't think I want to see the video of her getting beat up. But what are your thoughts on this beautiful woman?
I've seen the video and it was definitely, she wasn't even fighting back. Like she was like the girl was just hitting her. So it was horrible. And I hope everybody who's in the room who did not stop it gets charged with something also.
Right.
Because this is the thing, your mother says you don't got no friends. This is the true case right here where you don't have no friends. I wasn't even out of the country with these people. These friends clearly have some issues, and I hope that everybody in the room, and especially the person who did the damage, who killed her, basically, hope you get the full extent of the law.
Agreed.
Absolutely. Okay. Michael, let me just ask you your opinion on this. How do you know and see that somebody has a level of jealousy against you? Like, how do you know it?
You can sense it to me. It's somebody, I feel like I had a friend who was, I wouldn't say jealous, but not jealous of me, but jealous of how I am so, out there and proud to be who I am.
Right.
Because every time I would say something or give her the explanation of why I had maybe a disagreement with one of my friends, or maybe my mother, or maybe another friend, she would always trace it back to me being the wrong in the situation. And I knew I could be making sense. I knew I could be making complete sense, and it always was my fault. Or then things that would happen between me and her, it was always something. I always felt like I always felt like I was always made to be lower, and you know how you can be in an abusive relationship and you don't really know it until you get out of it.
Right. Yeah.
That's how I felt. I felt like I was a friend. We was friends, but I always felt like I got beat up verbally and mentally
Right.
But I was like, well, maybe it's me. Maybe I need to change how I do it. I'm just actually doing that. But when I got out of it, I'm like, you know what? She was a manipulating person, and it wasn't me. It was her. It's something that was in her that had something that was jealous of something about me, and it all makes sense. It wasn't just me. It wasn't me. That's how you could feel. If you always talk to a person, they always make you feel less than, or always downplay your feelings. That's somebody who is jealous of you or jealous about something about you.
Right.
Absolutely. Right. And just, having people around you that's always seeming to be talking about somebody else, that always has something to say, so negative at all times, people so wrapped up in everybody else's life, and that's your friend. It's like, for as simple as it is for them to talk about these people so often and so much and so negatively, believe that they can certainly do the same thing, if not worse, to you.
And they would. I had their family members would say something to me, and I'm like, how the hell does she know about this? And this is something personal we got going on. Like, yes, and then what really pissed me off was the F word, the GGOT.
Right.
She will say that word, and I'm like, that's not a word. So if I'm not gay, it doesn't matter to me. It's disrespectful.
Wow.
Period. She didn't feel like that word was disrespectful because she wasn't the person that she didn't mean it in a negative way, even though the word comes from a negative standpoint.
But see, that's a problem though, because if you are setting your boundary, saying this is not cool for me, and your friend does not respect that, then that's somebody that doesn't care for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we're no longer friends. The last straw was we had of course we still have so many disagreements.
Of course.
We even went on a cruise together. My mom paid for the cruise and everything. We went on Thanksgiving cruise together. Got into on the boat and everything. I mean, I was like, yo, this cruise, I want this to be over so fast. It was a 40 cruise. It was like $200. I want $200. I said, let's go, girl. We can go together. You, my friend, we can sit together in the same room. That's how we was close. But anyhow, what was happening? I was like, tell me what the issue is. And she said she swept it under the rug. I went for a ride tonight, and I said, I don't want nobody around me in my corner who feel like they cannot explain to me what I am doing wrong, so I can try to fix it. But the issue is, it was nothing that I was doing wrong. You just don't like me because you don't like you just jealous of the person I am. So,
because there's so many people that wish that they could live in their truth and be who they are at all times. And when they see somebody like a Michael, somebody like a Jonathan, somebody like a Chiron, and somebody like a Jennifer, feel away if they can't find a way to do it for themselves. But Regina says, you do have to cut away from jealous friends before they cut you.
Yes, right.
Michael says, my past jealous friends showed they were jealous of me when they tried to make slick jokes about me in front of others.
Yes, that happens too. You'll know it, but it's like a relationship. You don't really see it until you get out. You'll feel the stings, but because you've had the love for this person and you're a friend, you let shit slide under the rug.
Yes.
Like, okay, maybe she's being like that. She's probably just being funny for real. They know that actually but
I'm sure somewhere along the way, Miss Shanquilla saw signs of this.
Absolutely.
Saw that they were capable of doing something like this, saw that they were not her real friends in a way. I'm sure they showed this to her in some way, shape, or form.
She's young.
Yeah, and she was also sweet, and she was also paying for a lot of them to come join her on this particular trip.
She was buying friends. See, what happens is when you're young, you try to be around people who are making you more than what you are because you feel less about yourself. That's what happened. Unfortunately, it got the best of her. But I hope and pray. You really never know until you get up in age. You never know. Around 25, 27-ish, that's when you be like, girl, I can't be around you no more.
Yeah. And I pray that everybody really opens their eyes to who are the people that are around them, especially like in a place like here in Atlanta. There's so many so many fake people, so many people
wannabes,
so many wannabes, so many people scamming and just trying to make it or whatever. But I pray that everybody learns from this situation. May Shanquilla Robinson be someone that will make you turn around and look and just really examine the people
Examine your friends.
Yeah, wake up.
Because the people that are in this group right here, now I know I could go on a trip to Cabo with every single one of these people.
And have a
Okay,
good time.
and we're gonna make it back safe and sound.
Okay,
Safe.
all five and
The
stuff like
same
that.
way we came.
And if anything happened to either one of us, we would care enough to make sure that we're all good.
Right.
So
Yes.
if you can say that, oh, I don't know about this one, we might have an argument, or I don't know about this one,
Stay home.
Okay.
Don't to go.
Child, man, God bless. How much longer you got, Mike?
Yeah, I was about to say this can be the last thing we talk about. We can just
we can leave
Three.
All right.
3%.
So we want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. Michael, go ahead and give us your social media contacts real quick for us.
Yes, I have some horrible news too. So yeah, but my social media contacts, you can find me at Mr. Real 121. That's MRREAL 121. And you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and also Twitter with that name, Mr. Real 121. And I do have a show that's on pause right now. All my recordings I have got deleted.
Oh no! How did that happen?
Another reason I'm getting another phone. Storage issues.
Oh.
My storage on my phone was full, and I paid for more storage. And then I don't know what happened, you guys. I just came back and it was like not there.
Oh my gosh, that's
Right.
terrible.
But
14 pounds down, not documented, so I just have to start over. But
Wow.
it is what it is, you know.
Well, maybe you can start your channel for 2023. It can be a big premiere for 2023.
and we're ready for it. We're happy to be on scale with this, whatever thing you
Oh
post.
yes, 2023. I think I'm just gonna start like making videos as I go. I was gonna like kind of put them out, like, pre-recorded, but you know what? Sometimes things happen. I have a phone coming Monday. I think it's coming this. Yeah, Monday. Yes, we should talk tomorrow. So yes, it's coming Monday, and I will be back live and in color.
Wonderful.
We're excited for you, and we know that this it's not like even a setback. I believe that you're going to do better than what you have previously. I believe it.
Yes, because y'all don't understand. It probably was a good thing that I deleted those videos got deleted because it was very raw. Which is, I don't mind it being raw, but I was like, I don't know. I was still scared about putting that out.
Yeah. So you can switch it up.
Honest and everything, but you know, I'm just gonna put it out there and just be like, here goes, you guys, the Michael Drayton experience.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds
is that
amazing.
The name?
The Michael Drayton experience.
Is that the name of the show?
Yeah.
I love that, Mike.
Hey, say it again.
The Michael Drayton. I don't want to put my last name in, but Michael D experience. But I'm
like
Drayton sounds so good though.
I like Michael Drayton experience.
Oh, the Drayton
you know what?
experience. The Drayton experience.
That sounds good too.
I like Michael Drayton because it's powerful.
It's powerful.
The Michael
Honor
Drayton
your name.
experience.
Because they're gonna find your last name anyway. It's just gonna happen.
Well, I want to find it, not just give to him.
Right.
You used to get that space. You might as well now. You're gonna be famous anyway.
Right.
The Michael Drayton experience.
I love that. That sounds amazing. That sounds like a show. Like that sounds like a show.
What they 11:17. This show, the name has been told and found on the show. Just by having a conversation.
Right.
2%. It has to be a sign.
I think
It's
so.
supposed to be.
Two
But
is the
Regina
magic
says Mike. Oh no, use Google to back up your videos. That's what she said.
Yep.
And also, oh Lord, make Mike videos reappear in Jesus' name. We love you, Mike.
Yes, we do.
Okay. So I guess we pretty much covered you, Mike. Right? We're good. I just want to make sure we have everything because I'm too afraid to lose you. Anywho, let me just go ahead and say my name. I am the Light of the Leo. You can find me at Instagram and TikTok, the Light of the Leo, as well as YouTube at the Light of the Leo. Come and join me. We have some really good conversations over there. Tyrone.
And I am Mr. TD McCullum. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube at Mr. TD McCullum. You can find my music on all streaming platforms at TD McCullum.
Go ahead and listen to him play the saxophone. Okay, Jonathan, you.
Absolutely. And you can also find Genesita, aka the Light of the Leo, on YouTube. She has a YouTube channel.
Yes,
You can type in the Light of the Leo or My Struggle to Be Me, the Light of the Leo, and her channel will
Yes.
pop up. She
Go
posts videos
ahead.
every Sunday at around 9-ish. So check us out on the Light of the Leo. You can find me on Instagram. My Instagram is jojo_3020. In the process of changing that, but we'll get to that later. My TikTok is jojo_3020_. My Facebook is Jonathan Lee. You can email me, williamjonathanlee@gmail.com. And I think that's pretty much it. So make sure you guys subscribe to my channel and share with all of your friends. And until next time, we'll see you next week. But we'll say bye for now. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.